Hey everybody, this is Shane with Crystal Clear 101. I have another toy review today. I have a Transformer. I know it's been a little while since I've done a Transformer review, but this is one that I'm actually pretty excited about, especially with it being my favorite character. But this is part of the Generations line. This is the Fall of Cybertron Starscream. Now, first off, the 360 of him in his Cybertronian jet fighter mode. Now, he actually does look really, really cool in his little Cybertronian jet fighter mode. Now, one little thing that I actually do find kind of funny, especially the way his transformation is done, his head's right here. So if you want to, you could just flip his head up, twist it around, and now he can actually see what the blue hell is going on. Or if he's going, or you can have him kind of do that kind of peek, get an eye over his shoulders, look to his left. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. But this actually really does both vehicle form and robot mode. He actually does look like his in-game counterpart. Now, both of these, let me go ahead and just remove them. Now, there's a couple different ways you can actually do his little assault cannons. One, with these pads right here, you can actually mount these onto his wrist, almost like a wicked looking triple barrel null ray if you wanted to. You can stick with this one right here, stick it in his hand, so it's a handheld weapon. Or you can actually combine the two. There's a little pad hole right there on this one, and a pad hole right here on this one. Simply just line them up, and he has this giant double 6-barrel Gatling cannon of doom. And because the cogs for this are actually, the teeth are interlacing with one another, rotate one, and both of them actually spin. I thought that was actually a pretty neat little concept with this weapon right here. Now, as for Starscream's transformation, he's actually surprisingly simple. And before I do forget, this is a Deluxe class figure. Okay, to start off with this transformation, I'm going to start by folding in his nose. Then, pop up these little pieces right here. We're going to pop out his legs. Just so you know, when you transform him to his jet mode, the little peg hole right here goes right here. But simply fold it down. Then at this point, right down here, flip out one of his feet, or in this case, both of his feet. At this point, just take his arms, pull them out, straighten them up. Go ahead, fold down this little nose section. Make sure this little section comes down with it. And this is on a hinge in the middle also. But go ahead, flip out his head, like so. And this, for me, is the only part on Starscream gets trickiest. You actually have to bend that part there. And when you do, make sure both of his arms are actually folded out of the way. Matter of fact, tilt his wings back a little bit. But like that. Go ahead, hook up his nose to his waist right here. And there's a little pad right here. Goes into this pad hole right here. But just line that up. And just fold up these little pieces right here. But yeah, this is Fall of Cybertron Starscream in a nutshell. But I mean, he actually looks really, really freaking cool. There we go. But I mean, the face sculpt, the head sculpt is dead on with his in-game counterpart. His mold is actually really, really good. I honestly have nothing but good things to say about this figure. Okay, go ahead and give a little 360 of him. Now he's in his Cybertronian mode. Now, as I said with the cannon, if you want to, you could just put this in his hand. Let me just show what that looks like. There we go. Like I said, it's basically a double Gatling handheld weapon of doom. Or, split it apart, it's an individual handheld unit. Or, you can mount it on his wrist. So it's kind of like, almost like a G1-ish style kind of null ray of weapon, where it's mounted on his wrist. But he has crazy good articulation. Now, his articulation... Now, he can... His head can spin a full 360 degrees. Now, the base of his shoulders is actually on a hinge. The base of his shoulder right here is on a ball joint. Now, his elbow right here is on a swivel, which can go a full 360 degrees. Now, the elbow itself also has another two-part hinge right down here, so you can really give him some arm articulation. Plus, his fist spins a full 360 degrees. He has that in both of his arms. Now, each leg, the base of each leg is on a swivel, and they do spin out a pretty good bit, out to about there. But they can also rotate a full 360 degrees. Now, he does rotate just below the hip on this little swivel piece right here. He does bend at the knee. And that's about it for his leg articulation. He saw that for both of his legs. But, I mean, also if you wanted to, you could actually pose these wings a tiny little bit. But, I mean, this Starscream has like a ridiculously good amount of articulation, especially in this size. But, I mean, this is another one I am really not disappointed with. I mean, he's going to look good standing next to my classics line Starscream. But overall, if you like Starscream, if you like Fall of Cybertron, if you like Transformers in general, I would go ahead and get him. This is a Starscream that does not disappoint whatsoever. He is actually a really dead solid Transformer. I would actually put him up there among probably one of the top 10 best Starscreams that Hasbro has released. But this is my review on the Fall of Cybertron Starscream Deluxe class. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.